Switch directions. Let's reach up. Mhm. All right, let's do trunk rotations. Ready. There's two flies in here right now that are really annoying, and I'm hoping they fly out right now. So, okay, let's go ab circles. So again, just back. All right, big hula hoops. So just bring those hips out as far back as possible. Switch. All right. Okay. All right, we're gonna do a little bit of balance just so we could stagger it. Let me change my camera. I have two laptops here, and the one I'm using, the lens isn't as wide, so I gotta back it up a little bit. All right, got my FBI shirt. Yeah, a couple of years ago, that shirt did not fit me. Now it does. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and do our tandem stance. So if you remember that, that's when we put our feet right next to each other. So all of these balance movements, please try to do them barefoot. Okay, I think the flies are out. So yeah, so these will do barefoot or just on your socks. So again, we're just gonna stand here, feet together. Okay, we're not doing much. So yeah, so like this movement, a good example for like Miss Wu who just had her fracture. Like this might be enough or too much for her just coming off that injury, but I'm sure like this movement would be part of her kind of rehab workouts getting back into swing of things. So um, yeah, but what's awesome too is that the body recovers pretty quickly too. So matter of weeks, she might be on that foot again, just getting back into it. Right, let's look left to right. And just looking left to right without training our torso. Let's continue. Feet next to each other. Up and down. All right, now we're gonna close our eyes. Just shut your eyes, close them. All right, open your eyes. Let's raise your heels. So now you're on your tippy toes. All right, very good. All right. I do want to work with some mobility, some active mobility here. So we're gonna go ahead, grab a counter or a high chair, and we're just gonna do leg swings. So we're just gonna swing our leg across, side to side. All right, about 15 swings before we switch. All right, now back and forth. So now you're facing camera and just swinging back and forth. All right, let's switch. Okay. All right. Right now that we're still standing and our hips are getting a little bit warm, I'm gonna do some chair mobility. So again, from where you're posted up, we're either gonna use the top half or the top side of the chair or the bottom side where you sit. And what I want you to do is just do some leg kicks over, forward, and reverse. Okay. Yes, yeah, sorry, some of you might need 2 chairs for this. So you just want those joints to be active. Remember, your legs don't just move forward and backwards. They're moving this entire range that you're moving the legs right now. So this feels a little bit uncomfortable or challenging. You might just have pretty stiff mobility on that hip joint. So, all right, let's switch legs. So again, this is like giving your body like a car tune-up. It's like one of those like oil changes for your car. Like sometimes it feels like, if you've had your car for so long and something bad hasn't happened to it or it hasn't broken down, it might be because you take care of your car and you give it tune-ups and oil changes, or it's a matter of time before something drastic happens. So same thing with the body. All right, so let's go ahead and switch. So yeah, so same thing like with the car, with the body. If you don't take care of it and you feel like you've just gotten by, all it could take could be, missing a step, coming down some stairs or something, and hoping that doesn't happen, but that this is why we do the things we do. Kind of like this body tune-up class. So, all right. So now we're gonna go ahead and do our toe walks. Okay, so our toe walks, we're just gonna walk the room just on our toes. Gonna spin toes pointed forward. We'll spin about 30 seconds with each one. So first toes in. Toes in now. Going. Let's go toes out. So again, by moving your toes in different directions, it should trigger a stretch in all areas of the soleus and gastrocnemius, just your calf muscles. Okay, if you have a nice, comfortable padded floor, let's do some heel walks. Okay, so I'm just gonna grab my yoga mat. I'm just gonna do little heel walks around this mat right here. And again, toes pointed up towards the ceiling. That should do it for our mobility there. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and stagger our feet. So right foot in front of our left. One of my runners, she does these things called she said they would do them as a warm up in high school. They would call them ankle breakers. And literally you're walking around but with your ankles kind of like this off to the side. And I'm like, where the heck did you learn that? And she's like, oh, that's part of our warm-up routine in high school. And that's such a like bad. I get the idea, but you could do that from an ankle hold. All you need is to be practicing that on an uneven floor, and then you could really snap that ankle. So we completely eliminated that idea even from being considered into our routine. So let's go left to right. Like you don't want to hear of an exercise called ankle breakers. Does not sound healthy at all. Up and down. All right, let's close your eyes. Remember, if you feel unsafe, open your eyes quickly and separate your feet. Open your eyes. All right, let's elevate the hind leg. So we're gonna have that back foot slightly elevated. I drop that foot. All right, very good. Okay, so now we're gonna go ahead and do some of our walking stretches, okay? So this is just called an ankle hamstring sweep. So stretch out that front leg and then just kind of glide your hand. Let's do about 6 of these on each leg. All right, very good. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and do high knee marches next. Okay, so this one's just doing high knee marches. So bring that knee as high as you can. And the slower you do it, the better, because that means you're spending more time on one foot, which is working on our balance. And then since you folks are here, I'll let you guys decide. So unfortunately, next Wednesday, I have an appointment with my son at the doctor's smack right at 10 a.m. Um, I'm able to meet at 7:30 if you guys want to wake up a little bit earlier and meet at that time, if that works for you guys. Or we could just do a recording from a previous session. But like I said, I'm available at 7:30, so let me know if you're okay with that. And if you guys want to meet, no problem with that. I just can't do the regular time next week. All right, very good. All right. So yes, if you could go in the chat or just unmute yourself, let me know. Hopefully that's not too early for some of you guys. Just get some water right now. Okay, I could always post a recording too. Does anyone want to meet in person or at 7:30?
I would do it, but I don't want to be the only one here.
No worries. Anyone else would join?
Yes, I will.
Okay, all right. So let's meet next week at 7:30, and then for the rest of you guys, I'll make sure that the video's up by 10 a.m. start time. So Debbie and Miss Wynn, you guys make sure you're there. So yeah, and again, my apologies. It's just I never had a baby before, so I didn't know there's all these appointments. So anyways, so let's go ahead. We're gonna do standing hip openers, okay? So okay, Miss Wu says she's okay too. Awesome. All right, so let's go standing hip openers. So this is a stretch too, but again, being on one foot's gonna work as a balance movement. So knee drive up and then out, keeping your torso upright, okay, or facing forward. Let's do about 8 on each leg. So I'm forward and then out. And really try to avoid this motion here. Just gonna forward, out. And I believe next week enrollment opens for or registration opens for summer classes. So I have 6 classes. Let's fill them up. I'm gonna do my last one on each leg. Very good. You might feel a little bit soreness or tenderness on that inner groin. So that's okay, that's normal. Right. Okay, let's go ahead and grab some soft footing. If you have carpet, that might work out already. I'm just gonna put my mat here. So you're just gonna rock heels to toes. Okay, so we're on our heels, then up, back, forward. This is working on your calves, your Achilles, your arches, and your anterior tibialis. So pretty much working everything, um, your knee all the way to your toes. Okay, so from here, what I want you to do, we usually do this one sitting down sometimes. So what I want you to do is just curl from here, just curl your toes towards your heel, if that makes sense. We're just kind of just clawing at the floor with our toes. And you should feel that activating your arches. So about 3 more of those. Great. Awesome. All right, you got a few more standing up stretches here. So now we're going to do our standing Jane Fonda. Okay, so toes pointing at the screen. And when they go off to our side, toes are still pointing at the screen. I don't want your toes to rotate, okay? So just, again, keep your torso facing forward. And this is controlled. So we're going to do 10 on each side. Okay, so don't do these too fast. I've seen people just kind of do this motion. That's eliminating the strengthening portion of this exercise. Once you've done 8, you're going to switch legs. It's already April 12th. Okay, awesome. Very good. We'll take a little break from the strengthening portion and we'll work on our balance. So now we're going to go left foot in front of our right. Okay. Yeah, Wednesday mornings are supposed to be, well, I thought they're going to be a little bit relaxing because I usually go to practice um, at the track at 6:30 in the morning. So, I'm usually working while the kids are getting ready to go to school and daycare. And on Wednesdays, I usually don't have practice until 1 p.m. So I usually get to like sleep in a little bit. But oh man, I'm sure if you've had children, those mornings before school, just prepping breakfast and lunch and everything. Um, yeah, that's my Wednesday. So I think that's it's a job for sure. Let's go left to right. See, I was trying to feed Julian this morning and he was not having it. Oh, left to right. Up and down. All right, close your eyes. Open your eyes. We're gonna elevate that back foot again. So we're just on our forefoot, which is our left foot right now. Put that foot down. Okay. All right. Okay, we're gonna continue with the strengthening portion. Drink a little bit of water right now. So make sure you're hydrating. Alrighty. Okay. So now we're gonna go ahead and we have, we're gonna walk heel to toes. Yeah. We're gonna walk the tightrope right now. So pretty much just one foot in front of the other. Okay. And if you want to challenge yourself a little bit more, you can do it by just being on your tippy toes, so on your forefoot, having that heel elevated. Once you've done that, let's go in reverse. And again, just repeat another set. And just repeat. Awesome. All right, the last one that we're gonna do before we switch it up a little bit is gonna be around the clock, one-legged squats, okay? So remember, we're in the center of the dial, and we're gonna go, this being our arm, we're gonna go 12 o'clock, 1, 2, and this other leg that's still is doing the squat motion, okay? So it's just going up and down. And once you've done that, we're gonna go with the left foot now, counterclockwise. Very good. Alrighty, we had our toe walks. Let's go ahead and go on the chair. Okay. So we have our chair exercises now. On this day, we usually have standing, chair, and then yoga mat. So we'll transition. All right. So this one we're just gonna loosen up piriformis. So just ankle. If you saw the video earlier, he did a different variation where he had the heel a little bit more. So you could always do that too. So I don't know if I'm that, I guess I could do that, but a little uncomfortable on that knee, so. Just trying to warm up that piriformis, get it stretched out. Okay, let's push down that knee slightly. Right, knee up. Plug it out. Let's switch. This leg's a lot tighter than the other. Let's push down slightly. All right, let's bring that knee up. All right, awesome. Okay, so just working on our arches a little bit. If you have a golf ball, a can good. I have a lacrosse ball, like a little bit more. So again, this is just for the arches. So just grab that ball. We're just gonna roll out back and forth. So yeah, Miss Wu, I wouldn't be surprised if all these golf ball movements would be part of your workout routine too for rehab for your foot. So obviously you can't do this with the boot on because you're not gonna feel anything. But once you have that foot on the boot off, you should be able to manage. Let's find a spot that's a little bit tender. Push down. Switch. So other foot. Just keep going. And that tender spot. Let's push down. Alrighty. Okay. All right, so this is one that, like I said, this one, for sure, if the balance isn't there, then make sure you have something around you to secure yourself, but this is gonna be our standing up squats. So again, no assistance from our hands. I really don't wanna see too much of like this rocking, propelling yourself up. It should all be legs, okay? So we're here, and you're stabbing your heels at the floor, going up and down, so just kind of force those heels down, your toes. Very good. So let's do a total of 8 to 10. All right, very good. Just kind of press the legs a little bit. Okay, so the next one's going to be one-legged. Okay, so one leg is going to be elevated. Same idea. We'll try to avoid that swinging. So, all right, so we're going to go up. And again, if that complete leg up is too much, what you could do, it's a variation, just drop the heel in front, and you have a little bit of leverage there. So you're still using most of the strength from that other foot. So Ms. Vu, when you're starting back up with this exercise, you'll probably have to do what I'm doing right now, dropping the heel first. And then as that foot gets a little bit stronger, your leg does too, then we could go back to this one. So, all right. Then we're gonna switch. Yeah, I remember in probably told the story several times, but in high school I got spiked pretty much with the spike on track spikes, like the track cleats. And yeah, I got spiked on my Achilles from a runner behind me. He stepped on my Achilles and pretty much gashed my Achilles to my heel, like a 2-inch gash. And yeah, so tore my Achilles and what do you call it? Yeah, I had to go on crutches for 2 months. And yeah, I forgot how to walk because you're just in the crutches for so long. And that first attempt at walking, I just remember falling to the floor. And it took me probably a few days to gain that confidence to go back up. But yeah, that was with crutches though, and I lost complete motion of my left ankle. So that one burned. All right. Okay. So the last thing we're gonna do is we're gonna do some balance work on the yoga mat. Okay, so we're almost done. So if you could set up your yoga mat. I do want you guys to stretch out your back first. So we're just gonna get on this quadruped position. So hands right under your shoulders, knees right under your hips. You're gonna arch up and then down, inhale up, exhale down. Let's repeat. So inhale, exhale. All right, now we're gonna arch up and then bring your glutes to your heels. Okay, so you're gonna just rock yourself back. And then once you're there, try to reach forward with your arms, drop your elbows, head down, and hold this stretch for about 30 seconds. And let's reset. Now we're gonna kind of maneuver ourselves to the right. So now my hands are outside of the yoga mat. Okay, my knees and my legs didn't move. Then I'm gonna arch up again and bring my glutes towards my heels. And you should feel that stretch on your left side. Reset. Now let's maneuver ourselves to the left side of the yoga mat. Once you're there, make sure you arch up first, and then bring your glutes to your heels. And now you should feel that stretch on your right side. Keep your head down. Make sure you're breathing comfortably. All right. All right, so our last one that we're gonna do is just gonna be similar position, quadruped position. But now what I want you to do is extend your right arm in front of you and then your left leg. And I want you to bring them together under your belly button, under your hips. Just tap and extend, tap, extend. Okay, so let's do 12 of those. Okay, so you're just being supported by your left arm and your right knee. And if you want a little bit more of a challenge, you could try to bring your elbow to your knee instead of your hand to your knee. Ooh. Take a little break once you've done that. Good job, Debbie. That left arm got tired. Gotta take a little break. All right, so then now it's gonna be our right arm and our left knee. So then right leg goes back, left arm goes up, and then elbow to knee if you can. If that's too much work, then bring your hand to your knee. Ooh. There you go. All right. Awesome. All right, I just want to finish off with the light stretch on our hips. So pretty much what we're gonna do is just here kneeling, left leg's gonna lunge. Well, actually, how did we do this last time? Left leg's here, and then trying to figure out. That's right. So no lunging. So we're back to our original spot, and then the leg goes out, and then we just kind of lean forward, and then just kind of hold. You should feel the stretch going on that medial side of your leg. All right, reset. To the other side. So again, just leg goes out, and just kind of lean forward. Alrighty, that should do it. So, all right, folks, appreciate you as always. Hopefully you're feeling a little bit more loose, a little bit more confident with your balance. But yeah, any questions before we head out today? So, if you guys don't have any questions or comments, next week, like we said, 7:30. I'll send a reminder the day before, just so in case we forget. And if you're able to show up, great. If not, then I'll make sure to post a recording before that 10 a.m. o'clock. So, any questions?
Next week, 7:30.
Yes, next week 7:30. Yeah, I have a prior engagement, pretty much a doctor appointment with my baby boy. So it'll have to be at 7:30, but I'll have the recording from 7:30 up by 10 a.m. So in case you can't make it.
Oh, you mean 7:30 on Monday or on Wednesday?
No, on Wednesday. On Wednesday.
Ah,
yeah.
okay,
Wednesday. Yep.
Okay, thank you.
All right. I'll send reminders down the announcements. So you guys enjoy the rest of the week, and I'll see you next week.
Thank you.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Thanks, guys.
Bye bye.
Bye-bye. Thank you.